Did you know that shortly after Jesus' birth, Mary and Joseph had to flee to Egypt to protect the child from King Herod's threats? This journey, full of challenges, was a crucial moment in the history of salvation. In this video, we'll explore the visions of Anne Catherine Emmerich about the flight into Egypt. Understand the sacrifices made by Mary and Joseph, and reflect on the spiritual meaning of this event. Let's uncover this moving story together. The flight into Egypt began with a divine warning. After the visit of the Magi to the child Jesus, an angel appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother and flee to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." Joseph, ever obedient and attentive to God's messages, rose immediately, gathered Mary and the child Jesus, and left before dawn. His promptness teaches us about his dedication as the protector of the Holy Family. The journey to Egypt was long and arduous. Mary, carrying the infant Jesus, endured the difficulties of the journey with serenity and trust in God. Joseph, on the other hand, did everything he could to protect and care for his family. According to Anne Catherine Emmerich, the Holy Family traveled through dangerous routes, facing deserts and hostile regions. They had few resources and depended on the kindness of strangers they met along the way. Despite the hardships, their faith and unity as a family sustained them at every step of the journey. Once they arrived in Egypt, the Holy Family lived as refugees in a foreign land with a different culture and people. According to Emmerich's visions, they settled in humble places, often relying on the charity of others. Joseph worked as a carpenter to provide for the family, while Mary devoted herself to caring for Jesus and living a life of prayer and devotion. During this time, the child Jesus grew under the attentive care of his parents, always surrounded by an atmosphere of love and faith. Despite being in a foreign land, Mary and Joseph maintained their trust in God's plan and waited patiently for the time when they could return home. The flight into Egypt was not only a physical journey, but also a spiritual one. It reminds us that following God's plan is not always easy, and often requires sacrifices and challenges. Mary and Joseph teach us to trust in God even in the most difficult circumstances, knowing that He is always watching over us. Additionally, Egypt, which symbolized slavery in the Old Testament, became a place of refuge for the Savior of the world. This contrast demonstrates how God transforms human realities to fulfill His divine purposes. After King Herod's death, an angel appeared once again to Joseph in a dream and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother and go to the land of Israel, for those who were trying to take the child's life are dead." Joseph, once again obedient, returned with his family. They settled in Nazareth, where Jesus grew in wisdom and grace. This return marked the end of one chapter of challenges and the beginning of a humble and quiet life in preparation for Jesus' mission. The flight into Egypt is a testimony of obedience, sacrifice, and trust in God. Mary and Joseph, even amidst trials, fully entrusted themselves to God's plan and protected the Savior of the world. What about you? What part of this story inspired you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to learn more about the lives of Jesus, Mary, and other spiritual topics. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.